Hi everyone, my name is Anthony Marzuka and this is my personal branding video. So to start off with my credentials, when I was about 18, I started working in veterinary clinics here in Miami. And throughout the course of the years, I worked in numerous different clinics in numerous departments such as front desk, I did some nursing, and I also did some administrative work as a surgical care coordinator. Now, during this time, I was enrolled into school. I was able to get my associate's degree from a community college here in Miami in business administration. After about 2 years, I transferred to FIU, where I got my bachelor's in public administration. During this time, I still was working in veterinary clinics, and I did take a leap year after school just to figure out what exactly I wanted to do. During this leap year, I joined the pharmaceutical industry. So I was able to work at CVS, where I was able to cross-train to work into the front store and pharmacy. And during this time, I was able to test in a training course through CVS, where I got my state license as a pharmacy technician. Now, after about a year of working in the pharmacy world, I was able to get my national license, which means I'd have to take a test, which is the Pharmacy Technician Certification Board. And I was able to pass that test with almost a perfect score, giving me my chance to work in all 50 states across the United States. Now, after about a year of working here, I decided I wanted to go back to school to pursue my master's degree, and that's when I enrolled into FIU to do health services administration. Now, with my skills in this field, I've developed certain skills I've realized during the time. One of the skills was that I became a true leader in sense of when I'm working in certain departments, I tend to take leadership in the certain departments. So if there's a certain task or a certain role, I will be the person to go to the forefront and take leader and to kind of work around everybody and show everybody what to do. In addition to this, I've gained organization skills, and especially in the pharmaceutical industry, you have to always be attention to detail because it's very sensitive dealing with this kind of information, especially with the PHI that you're dealing with. And when you're, dispensing medications, you have to make sure that you're dispensing the correct medication. In the healthcare industry, I did have a passion, and I did develop a passion during working in the pharmaceutical world. A lot of the times when you're working in pharmacies, there are certain medications, they tend to be more expensive and they tend to be cheaper. Sometimes there are people who have chronic illnesses, and unfortunately, those medications tend to be on the higher side. Sometimes they can range between $1,000 to $2,000, and unfortunately, some of these individuals don't have insurance. So a lot of the times, I would notice that patients aren't able to pay for their medications, and it was very it gave you a kind of a thoughtful sense in that it made you think about what you can do. So that gave me my passion to want to work into health service administration because I wanted to be able to make a difference, because I would unfortunately see these patients who couldn't pay for their medications. And, it would break my heart because, these patients, sometimes they need the medications in order to live a comfortable life. And, going back into the veterinary world, it's kind of the same thing there, where there are some clients who would bring in their pets, and unfortunately, they couldn't afford the services for their pets. So it would either have to result into, unfortunately, euthanasia, or they would have to surrender the animal to the hospital or to a local rescue. Working in these fields, I've gained some core professional values as well. I learned that you have to be accountable for yourself. When I'm working, I like to be accountable. If I make a mistake, I like to tell others, I'm sorry, that was my fault. In addition to this, dependability is important in a teamwork. If you're not a team and you're not depending on each other, the teamwork really doesn't exist. In addition to this, growth in the workforce is extremely important for individuals as well, to make them feel important and also to help them grow as an individual themselves. In my professional career, I've experienced many different things in the veterinary world and the pharmaceutical world. I've realized that, unfortunately, sometimes things can't go your way, but there's always something that you can do to help them proceed and help the patients be able to afford their medications or able to afford their services as well. My name is Anthony Marzuka, and this is my personal branding video. Thank you.